Alright. We are live. Those cameras are working good. Let's make sure those are working good. And then away we go. Yep. Alright. Boom. 9 o'clock on the nose. Alright, how we doing tonight, guys? Taylor, my man, how we doing? Hopefully life is treating you well. Up in the good old Michigan. It's been gorgeous down here in Indy this week, so hopefully you're getting some of the same weather up north. Subaru, how we doing? Appreciate you jumping in and being in your first break with me. So hopefully you have a good experience and come back for more. So try to always make it a good experience for everybody involved. So Carlo, my man, how we doing, buddy? Wilson Contreras, how we doing? Nick and our Latino, how we doing? Make sure everybody's following everybody. Give everybody a follow. Just work on supporting everybody. So always try to make a good time. TX Doobie, how we doing? Oh my gosh, it's been gorgeous here. It's been in the mid to low 70s most of the week. It got up into 80 today, but yeah, it's been gorgeous. So little guy starts school tomorrow, so that's why I normally try to start at like 8:30 or earlier. But little guy had to get him all ready for school and everything. First day of middle school tomorrow, so he is nervous and anxious and excited and all kinds of emotions all wrapped into one. So he is just got him into bed and ready to go. So Raymond, how we doing? Mike, my man, how we doing? Alan, how we doing? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get going because we got a bunch here, and yeah. So those of you that know me, I always put a numbered hit into somebody's box randomly. So tonight is actually going to be from Topps Chrome this year. Lane Thomas out of 299, the Aqua refractor. It is going to go into somebody's box randomly. So DXF, how we doing, buddy? Holy cow, TX. That's crazy. That is brutal. That is brutal. Yes, Alan, I have a table for it this weekend. And I need to talk to you this weekend. So make sure you come over and say hey. Because I need to talk to you about Midwest Monster. Sounds good, DXF. Sounds good. I appreciate you being a part of this. I appreciate everybody being a part of this. So like I said, the Lane Thomas is going to be the numbered hit going into somebody's box. I got 3 packs here. I got everybody from the break here on the spinner wheel. We'll go ahead and spin. We'll give the boxes away. Close that down. Hopefully that cuts out the if there's any choppiness going on. So, ooh, 75 in San Diego. That's beautiful. So I like San Diego anyway. So it's absolutely gorgeous out there. Space Ghost, how we doing? Appreciate you jumping in and hanging out. We are just ripping a case of Chrome Blasters tonight. So I'll definitely EG Sports just messaged. He's gonna miss it, but tag him if he hits anything, which I will definitely do that, my friend. So I came out to San Diego, Mike. It was probably 4 or 5 years ago for the MLB Hard Goods Summit, and they catered a meal on the USS Midway. We got like a private tour of the ship and everything. It was awesome. Loved it. Oops, that should be 714 Yankee. Sorry, Tony. So 714 Yankee. Get myself a 3-pack. Remove him. You spin again. So my new position, I'll have my hands in a lot more of the sports licensed product. So I'm hoping that I'll be going out to Sports License Tailgate Show in Vegas in January. I used to go to it every year for work, but now that I'm in a new position, I have my hands in more of the sports license product. So Sports License Tailgate, NFL Summit, MLB Summit. NBA does a show now too, so licensing, San Diego Comic-Con, I'm hoping to get myself to, especially with my new position. So, is it going to stay at EG Sports? Edwin. Oh, I think it's going to get to. I think it's going to get to Greg Dixon. Dick Rips. Congrats, my friend. Alright, one more pack, guys. One more pack. By the way, these packs come from a bundle, one of the bundle boxes from Walmart. So I was able to find one of the Walmarts around us had them on clearance. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take those. So that's what these packs come from. So Series 2. Alright, let's see who gets this last pack, and then we will get rolling into the break. 40 boxes. What I'll do is I'll go through each box. I'll open all 7 packs, and we'll go through the cards. I'll sleeve and top load the major hits, and then all inserts and everything like that. I'll sleeve and top load prior to shipping and such. So that way we can keep it on a good pace through the night, through the break. So looks like it's going to stay on Raymond RCM NVV 2000. Big Kevin and Nene fan. Also big into Max Clark right now. So if you have any of those guys that you're looking to offload, definitely shoot him a message, and you guys can work something out. So, like I said, give everybody a follow, support each other. That's what we're about here in this industry. So, at least in my opinion, that's what we should be about. So I'm gonna close this down, close that down. I'm gonna tilt the camera down so we can see the hits, and bring up my list so I can tell who's got what teams, and we're gonna get rolling. Good luck, everybody, and yeah, let's see what we get. I've seen some nice hits coming from these this year, so hopefully this is no different. So, how's everybody doing tonight? So hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. Empty box. I've been training like crazy. I got my backfill, or the person that backfilled my position started a couple weeks ago. So I've been training her and trying to get myself in the new position, and it's been a lot. So this week I was training all day yesterday with her on Teams, and then I was at the office today. I'm at the office tomorrow, at the office on Thursday, and then training her again on Friday. So it's been a little chaotic this week. So I will do my best to try to get these out tomorrow. However, it'll probably be Thursday by the time I actually get them out. So just a heads up with it. So everybody hear me okay? And video doing good? Somebody give me the thumbs up so I know we're good before I start going through these first 7 packs. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know we're good. Are we good? I don't see anybody's thumbs up. Alright, there's a thumbs up. Nick, I closed everything else on my you know what? Cancel, let me save this. I'm gonna close that too, so then everything except for the video is closed. Alright, perfect. Here we go. Zach Gallen. We got Key Brian Hayes. We got a blue here. It's going to be out of 150, I believe. Garrett Cole. There's Sean Manea on the Sepia. Ryan Jeffers. Ray Wave of JJ. Oh, there we go. First auto. Orlando Ribalta with the Washington Nationals out of 250. Alright, first box, first auto. We'll take it. Thomas Agise. Brooks Lee. Paul Skeens on the 1990. Grant McCrae on the Ray Wave. Nolan Jones. Sepia of Gordon Graceffo. Mike Trout. Cedric Mullins, Bryce Harper on the Prism Refractor, Birdsong, Crochet, and Jimenez, Nick York on the Refractor, Niku Horner, Ke'Bryan Hayes on the Sepia, Yoshida, Garcia, Montero on the Raywave, Del Castillo, Byron Buxton on the Sepia. That is not an alternate. We got Roki Sasaki on the Fortune 15, Ketel Marte on the Raywave, and Andujar. Alright, so we got an auto, and we got a blue here. Let's see what we got behind the refractor of Ke'Bryan Hayes. We got Philadelphia Phillies, Aaron Nola out of 150. So 2 numbered hits in the first box, one of which an auto. Boom. Love it. It's a good way to start off. So Aaron Nola out of 150, and Revolta with the Nationals out of 250 auto, on-card auto too. Boom. So that is refractor, and we'll put the refractors there. We'll put inserts right there. All right. Empty box. Just a note too, I will be posting later this week. I was able to get my hands on 1 box of Bob Ross, Topps Bob Ross. So I will be posting that this week. I'm gonna break it. I know there's a lot of people that are reselling them because they're selling for $700. But I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna make sure that it's covered cost wise. Keep it as cheap as I can, and rip it with you guys. So I will be posting that. It is going to be a tiered PYT break. So it'll be 2 different tiers from a paid standpoint, and then you'll tier 1 will have a tier 1 of free teams to choose from. And tier 2 will have a tier 2 free teams to choose from, and then everybody will get a 3rd team from a free tier group. So everybody will get 3 teams for this break. So it'll be PYT buy 1 get 2. So it'll be good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So Seth Lugo, Profar, Nemo on the Refractor, De Los Santos, Nemo on the Sepia, Pena, Rodriguez, River Ryan on the Raywave, Walker and Clase. We got Kobe Mayo on the Power Players, Jarren Duran on the Raywave, Fiducia, Bryce Harper on the Sepia, Stevenson and Jimenez, Nick Gonzalez on the Prism, O'Neal Cruz, Dockman, Shunk, Ty Madden on the Refractor, Jackson Jobe, Suzuki on the Sepia, Kyle Tucker, Carroll, Ronald Acuna on the Raywave, Mason Miller, Ty Madden on the Sepia, Relvis Martina, Mason Wynn on the Future Stars, Clayton Kershaw on the Raywave, and Amador. So boom. Stack these all off to the side. All the parallels will get at least sleeved, and so forth. I'll make sure everything's packaged accordingly prior to shipment. And like I said, my goal is to try to get these out Thursday. My boss he works remote from Colorado, from Denver, and he's actually in town this week. So tomorrow night tomorrow I'm at the office with him, but then my CEO and him and I are all getting dinner tomorrow night, so I won't be home until late tomorrow night to be able to get going. I figured you'd be that way, Nick, and I'll post something in my story letting everybody know that I'm going to be posting it at a certain time, to try to make it as fair game. And the way I did it is I have Pirates coming to myself But the Rays and the Rockies do not have a team, so I will not have a free team. That way everybody else gets 2 free teams, and so forth. So it's just the way it happens with Rays and Rockies not having any cards in the set. So AZ Monsoon, how we doing? We're going through a case of Chrome Blasters. Swanson, King, Walker on the Refractor, Hers. We got Strom on the Sepia, Bregman, Bliss, Raywave of Dingler, who had a good game the other day, Tovar and Horwitz. We got Dylan Cruz on the Power Players, Paul Skeens on the Raywave, Swellback, Sagise on the Sepia, Hernandez on the... Oh! Brady Feigl. Holy cow. I'm a Pirates fan. I've never heard of Brady Feigl. I am a Pirates fan, and I've never heard of Brady Feigl. But that's 2 autos in 3 boxes. We'll take those rates. Let's keep it going. Hader, Pasquantino, Ramirez. There's Fiducia on the Refractor. Bellozo. Bregman on the Sepia. Mitchell. Machado. Basso. There's Kirby on the Raywave. Mazur on the Sepia. Schneeman. Merrill on the Future Stars. Steer on the Raywave, and Julio Rodriguez on the normal Chrome. 714, how we doing, buddy? Alex, how we doing? We are 3 boxes in, and we have hit 2 autos already. One a base auto for a Pirates guy that I've never heard of. And Orlando Revolta out of 250 for the Nationals. So far we've gotten a couple nice, or 2 autos out of 3 boxes. Nice rate to get. So, Mike, I saw your comment about Padre spot. Like I said, I will post a message prior to posting. I'll actually probably post it Thursday or Friday morning to my story, and then actually post the break at night. So it'll be a countdown to when it's actually hitting. JG, how are you doing, my man? So ripping a case of Chrome Blasters. Case of Chrome Blasters. 2 autos in the first 3 boxes. So alright, here we go. I don't see a ton of color. Oh, I saw an all etch there. Gore and Wynn. Nolan Jones on the Refractor. Oh, Brooks Lee auto. Dang. 3 autos in the first 4 boxes. Yes, please. Andujar on the Sepia. Langford and Lauder. Raywave of Sanoha. Simeon and McClanahan. Brent Rooker on the Power Players. Correa on the Raywave. River Ryan. Freeman on the Sepia. Webb and Senga. Pete Alonso on the Prism. Kershaw, McNeil, Sagano. Birdsong on the Refractor. Montero, Fairbanks on the Sepia. Churio, Edwards, Sweeney on the Raywave. France, Sepia of Mena. Wagner, all etch of Aaron Judge. Nice. Morel on the Raywave, and Lockridge. So boom. Brooks Lee with the Twins. I'll pull up the list just so that I have it as a list. So Twins, that's NR Latino, my man. Initially took the Twins and didn't take the D-backs because Allen had taken the D-backs originally and then switched at the last moment to another team. So Twins, NR Latino, my man, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve up Aaron Judge on the all etch. And Power Players off the side here. Alright, so 4 boxes in, and we got 3 autos already. Empty box. Which is nice. I've seen some people rip cases that only had like 2 2 or 3 autos in it, so having 3 in the first 4 boxes. Yes, please. Marcelli Cards, how we doing? So, we had 2 numbered hits in the first box. 3 autos altogether so far, so. How's everybody feeling after the trade deadline last week? I'll tell you what, as a Pirates fan, I was left a bit underwhelmed, to say the least. Jose Siri, Cortez, Bogarts on the refractor, Nola Olson on the sepia, Rosarena, Diaz, Dana on the Raywave, Kloffenstein, Reynolds. There's a Fortune 15 of Yordan Alvarez, Simeon on the Raywave, Donovan, Kumar Rocker on the sepia, Schwarber, Olson, Damas on the Prism, Zenzo, Bader, Sogard, Rocker on the refractor, Devers and Nick Gonzalez on the sepia, Yelich, Suzuki, Talon on the Raywave, Algadari, Sogard on the sepia, Gracifo. There's a all-etch of Lindor, Dylan Cruz on the Raywave, and Langoliers on the TX. I know, you want the Stros. So, like I said, it's going to be the Bob Ross is going to be a PYT, pick your team, buy one, get two. So you'll have to look to see where your team falls. And if they're in a free slot, then you'll honestly look at what's the paid teams and see what you want to do there. So, Pierce Breaks, how we doing, buddy? Appreciate you jumping in and being a part of this break. So, had a couple first timers tonight, and it comes to being a part of my break. So hopefully you enjoy it, have a good time. So, all about having a good experience. I try to make it a good experience for everybody involved. And if my breaks aren't for you, there's a lot of great breakers, in this industry and on here on Instagram. My I was able to grab a case, or a box just barely. Honestly, it was I had logged in, and had both the collector's box and one of the small boxes in my cart, and one as I was checking out, the small box sold out, and so I was able to still get my collector box. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I missed it 2 years ago, and so I always told myself I was not going to miss it again, and I almost did, but was able to knock it through, so it was nice. Correa, Alvarez, Zach Neto on the refractor, Misner, McKenzie on the sepia, Snell and Beebe, Hunter Green on the Raywave, Josh Bell, Bobby Witt, Greg Jones, Ketel Marte on the power players, Saganu on the Raywave, Aaron Shunk on the sepia, Blanco and Suarez, India on the Prism, Holmes, Doyle, and McDermott, Cade Povich on the refractor, Zach Neto, Josh Bell on the sepia, Gavin Sheets, Yamamoto, Christian Campbell on the Raywave, Cade Povich, Gavin Lux on the sepia, Imanaga, Ellie De La Cruz on the all-etch, Dansby Swanson on the Raywave, and Brandon Lau on the normal. So, but yeah, like I was saying, if my breaks aren't for you, they're not for everybody. I understand. There's a lot of good breakers in this industry and on here on Instagram. So, my pastor, he always tells people at our church, if our church isn't for you, there's a lot of other churches in the community to be a part of, and he always says, get in where you fit in, and I kind of feel that same mentality with this. If you fit in here, I love it. I'm glad that you're here, and we always try to have a good time and such. But if my breaks aren't necessarily for you, there's still a lot of great breakers out there. JG does some great rips. Legendary Rips does some good ones. Pierce Breaks, who's also in here, does a good job of breaks. There's a lot of great breakers out there in this industry, especially here on Instagram. So I always try to support them. I know some people are like, oh, well, why do you support other breakers and everything? I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm in this hobby, for the joy of it. I enjoy the people that I've connected with and communicate with and interact with, and, I'm all about that. I really do. So, I'm not in here to make money. I'm here to have fun. Like, this is a joy for me. So, absolutely, Pierce Brakes. Absolutely, my man. So, Class A, Profar, Gracefo, Luis Castillo on the Refractor. So, Dylan Cease on the Sepia, Stevenson, Rodriguez, Norby on the Raywave, Cruz, Talkman, Jaron Duran on the Power Players, Julio Rodriguez on the Raywave, Jackson Jobe, Luis De Los Santos on the Sepia, Tucker and Jimenez, Strider on the Prism, Mason Miller, Gallant, and Shunk, Robleski on the Refractor, Amador, Talion on the Sepia, Mike Trout, Corbin Carroll, Hoskins on the Raywave, Garrett Cole, Gillespie on the Sepia, Martinez, Ronald Acuna on the All Etch, Michael King on the Raywave, and Sagise. So, it's all about the experience, interacting with people, and connecting with people. Not just in this, just in life in general. It's all about connecting with people. So, I tell people all the time with my job and everything, I'm like, you know what? It's a matter of connecting with people, having a relationship, building relationships, and how you treat people. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Plain and simple. So, it was a 1990 there. Insert. Long. Had an auto in the first 3 in the first 4 boxes. Went a little cold lately. Hardly any numbered hits either. Come on. J.P. Crawford. And Josh Young. Alright, here we go. Young. Roki Sasaki. Josh Bell on the Refractor. Kumar Rocker. Vargas on the Sepia. J.P. Crawford and Verlander. Lockridge on the Raywave. Nemo and Kirby and Matthews. Jordan Westberg on the Future Stars. Henderson. Gunnar Henderson on the Raywave. Altuve on the Sepia. Darvish, Trevor Story, Byron Buxton on the Prism, Ty Madden, Connor Falefa, and Baroa, Grant Holmes on the Refractor, Hayes, Jimenez on the Sepia, Turner. There's our first buyback. Aaron Judge, Senga, Nick York, Misner, McGreevy, Nolan Arenado on the 1990, Luciano, and Vargas. At least I feel like Judge will be the buyback. I know he's playing tonight. I haven't looked to see what the box score is and seeing how he's done tonight. So that's why I saw that TX. I mean, the guy freaking his grand slam last night was crazy. And honestly, if you watch him, like, honestly, it's like it's nonchalant, just standing in the box, and then all of a sudden, gone. So, I mean, if Judge comes back healthy and plays the rest of the season without being out anymore, I think Judge will be fine. But if he comes back and then has to go back on the DL, on the IL, I could see Raleigh coming into play, even Jose Ramirez possibly. But in the NL, I think it's going to be, if Ohtani isn't hurt long term, I think it's going to be Ohtani or Schwarber, in my opinion. I know some people were saying PCA, possibly, but because of the Phillies doing so well, I If Otani's out of it, I think it is going to be Schwarber or PCA. It's going to come down to them. And it could be whichever team finishes with a better record. So, by the way, Otani I just saw, so we got at least another Otani buyback there. Hoskins, Bieber, and Chaparro. Vargas on the Refractor. Profar on the Sepia. There's Otani. Soto, Mason Wynn on the Ray Wave. Mena and Peralta. Paul Skeens on the All Etch. Ty France on the Ray Wave. Jazz Chisholm. Nick York on the Sepia. Alcantara and Darren Baker. Manea on the Prism. Harris, Abrams, and Carpenter. Misner on the Refractor. McLean, India on the Sepia. DeGrom, Romo, Spencer Strider on the Ray Wave. Hai-Seong Kim, Rodriguez on the Sepia. Ian Happ, Jacob Wilson on the Power Players. Rhett Lauder on the Ray Wave, and Bogarts. Sounds good, Pierce. Understand the situation, my friend. So do what you gotta do. So family comes first for sure. So there is Jacob Wilson. Possibly the Rookie of the Year. It's going to come down to him or his teammate Kurtz. So Otani with a buyback. Possibly, if he comes back healthy. Alright. Also, I only have 20 boxes up here on the desk currently. The other 20 are right here beside me in the box still. So as soon as we finish these 20 empty box, I will get the other 20 back up here. Or up here, not back up here. Up here. And then we'll keep moving through. We've only had 2 numbered hits, and those 2 came in the first box. And we now are, this is halfway. So after this box, we'll be halfway through the first half of the case. So 25%, quarter of the way. So, hoping we get some more hits here. I mean, our autos, got a numbered auto out of 250 for the Nationals. Brooks Lee. So, I know. Seems like a never-ending story there. Oh, we got an Aqua. Gonna be another hit. Nice. Talion. Lau and Orioles. Cedric Mullins out of 199. Ray Wave. So, Pierce coming in and grabbing him at the last moment. Last team in. Alcantara, Corbin Carroll on the Sepia. Duran, Blaylock. Edwards on the Ray Wave. Terang, Bart. Ellie De La Cruz on the Power Players. We got Anthony Volpe on the Ray Wave. Drew Thorpe. Grant Holmes on the Sepia. JJ Bleday and Reese Hines. Altuve on the Prism. Nootbaar, Marte, and Alvarez. And Perez. Alcantara on the Refractor. Connor Wong on the Sepia. Spencer Strider and Lopez. Bregman on the Ray Wave. Bloss. Martinez on the Sepia. Henderson. Rafaela on the Future Stars. Wagner on the Ray Wave. And Young Ho Lee. Hey, there you go, Alan. There you go. Although the way Kurtz has been playing, you might want to sell it to get the best value now. So Kurtz has been playing extremely well. I don't know if Jacob Wilson is going to hold on to that Rookie of the Year. Nick, I will tell you what. And I had conversations, I think it was you that I was messaging back and forth with on trade deadline day, last Thursday. You know, after the A's got DeVries in the Mason Miller deal, you know, I was optimistic with what the Pirates were going to do. I'm like, not that they were going to get somebody like DeVries back in return for Bednar, but I was expecting more than what they got. Now, with that being said, Do I think the players they got back are bad players? No. Honestly, I think Flores is going to be an absolute stud. He's already been lighting it up with AAA here in Indy. He went 2 for 3 his first game, 2 doubles. Like he's going to be a stud, I think. Probably the best pitcher that the Pirates have had in a long time. Problem is, it was still an underwhelming package back for what was arguably the Pirates' best piece in Bednar. Yeah, we'll go through these. I got more. I got more to say on it. Bobby Witt, Greg Jones. We got Refractor of Devers, Misner, Mason Miller on the Sepia, Blanco, Suarez, Malloy on the Raywave, Josh Bell and McDermott, Jackson Holiday on the Future Stars, DeGrom on the Raywave, Holmes, Henderson on the Sepia, Doyle, Yamamoto, Bregman on the Prism, Nito, Sheets, Bart, and Blaylock, Algadari and Rooker, Imanaga resigns, Daniel Schneemann on the Raywave, Povich, Amador on the Sepia, Talion, Mookie Betts on the 1990, Seager, and Brandon Lau. It was definitely lackluster, and I will tell you, so my thing is, the package with Bednar is what it is. You know, was I expecting more back? Yes. You know, it is what it is. My thing falls to the 3 expiring contracts, who are all having decent, at least the past month to 2 months, have played extremely well. Tommy Pham, honestly, he's probably a top 5 player in the past month. Why in the world do you keep him? You know, he's got at least a little bit of value. You bring back a little bit of return, you know, and build for the next year. We're not making the playoffs this year. We're not even going to come close to the playoffs. Why not bring in some young pieces for him and build to the future? Okay? I don't understand. Pham was one, Kiner Falefa another one. Why? He's played well this year, and I'm not saying, you know, you want to trade good players away, but if we're not in contention, which we're not, why not maximize what you can do in future years? And I don't understand it. So I don't know. I would Ben Cherington, the GM for the Pirates, in my opinion, the only thing that can possibly save his job is to somehow find a way to re-sign Skeens. And I don't know if that's going to happen. At least until the Pirates can prove to Skeens that they are willing to build a contender. Freeman, we'll move to O'Neal Cruz on the Refractor. Fitz, Nolan Jones on the Sepia. Alonzo Steer, Will Warren on the Raywave. Chase Burns and Royce Lewis. James Wood on the 1990, that's a nice one. Yu Darvish on the Raywave. Jake Bloss. Tovar on the Sepia. Garcia, Conine. Pasquantino on the Prism. Lee, Burleson, Lindor. Jackson Jobe on the Refractor. Holy cow, that is so off-center. Rough. Malloy. Sepia of Lane Thomas. Logan Gilbert. Dylan Dingler. Griffin Conine on the Raywave. Seager. Birdsong on the Sepia. Iriarte. Fortune 15 of Dylan Cruz. Sale on the Raywave. And Ben Rice. I mean, in any consolation, I don't think he's going anytime soon. Do I think he's going to be gone from the Pirates? I do. At some point, he's going to be leaving the Pittsburgh. The question is when. You know, is it going to be when he becomes a free agent, or is it going to be when he requests a trade? Because I don't see the Pirates trading him without him requesting a trade. If they trade him without him requesting a trade, there will be riots in Pittsburgh. I'm telling you right now. So, there would be riots in Pittsburgh if they trade. Sorry, I saw a refractor in my common stack. Yeah, there would absolutely be riots in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, I understand the return they could get for him, and if he's not going to sign a long-term deal, you know, you're going to have to make that trade, but it would be down the road. Yeah, Nick, he's the only thing filling seats right now for them. It's rough. It is rough. And I'm a Pirates fan, so it's, you know, it's rough. My CEO, we actually just hired him a couple months ago, but he is also a Pirates fan. So him and I chat Pirates all the time, which I actually knew him prior to our company hiring him. Him and I have worked together previously, so yeah, we always talk, and we were talking about that today while I was at the office. It's just the return of what we got during the trade deadline, and just the direction of the team. It's rough. What's going on, Greg? How we doing, buddy? We started out hot. We hit 3 autos in the first 4 box, and it cooled off big time. Got a couple buybacks, a couple numbered hits, but yeah. So we're only about 35% way through right now. C.J. Abrams, Alcantara, Aaron Nola on the refractor. Mena, we got J.J. Bleday on the sepia. DeGrom, Soto, Peralta on the Ray Wave. Chisholm, Carpenter, Baker. There's Julio Rodriguez on the 1990. Jose Ramirez on the Ray Wave. Kersey on the sepia. Young, Romo, Hunter Green on the Prism. Harris, Sasaki, Happ. Kloffenstein on the refractor. McLean, sepia of O'Neal Cruz. Verlander, Bloss on the... Oh, there's another auto. That's nice. Jake Bloss on the Ray Wave. We got an auto of Dustin Harris for the Texas Rangers. Hai-Seong Kim. Marte on the Prism or sepia. J.P. Crawford, Paul Skeens on the Fortune 15. Alcantara on the Ray Wave, and Bogarts. So nice. And Rangers is Diffie24. Congrats, my friend. Diffie24. So 4th auto in the first half of the case. We'll take those odds. Any Tigers? No Tigers yet, my friend. No Tigers yet. So Dustin Harris. We're getting lots of Ray Waves and Prism, or Ray Waves and refractors and such, and sepias. I'm going to sleeve up Jose Ramirez just because that possibly could become a buyback if injuries happen to Judge long term, and even Cal Raleigh. If they both go down, Ramirez could jump in and grab it. So Diffie, my man, you just hit an auto. So Dustin Harris with the Rangers. Empty box. So Nick. Funny. There's more of us than you think, my friend. So this is box 14. Box 14 out of 40. So 4 autos so far. Just wish we would hit some more numbered hits. So Garrett Crochet, Jeffers, Bo Bichette on the refractor. Alex Bregman on the negative refractor. We'll take that. Christian Walker on the sepia. Yoshida and Lee. Richard Fitz on the Ray Wave. Nolan Jones, McMahon, and Mullins. Power player of Alcantara. Shohei on the Ray Wave. Yes, please. That's $40 right there. Duran on the sepia. Bieber and Jimenez. Gunnar Henderson on the Prism. Birdsong, Hoskins, Garcia, and Muncy on the refractor. Hoyner, Fernando Tatis on the sepia. Shohei on the base. So there's $60 in that one box. Chaparro, Ryan Bliss on the Ray Wave. Del Castillo, Fiducia on the sepia. Peralta, Corbin Carroll, Burns on the Ray Wave, and Angular. That's if Ohtani wins, of course. But if they win, that's some nice nice money right there. Topps Chrome Ohtani and Ray Wave Ohtani. So for those of you that didn't hear, I'm going to be posting probably be Friday, but I will be posting the Bob Ross Topps collector's box that I have on pre-order. I will be doing a break of it, and I'll be posting that on Friday more than likely. So it'll be PYT, pick your own team, buy one, get two. And it'll be a tiered system. And a tiered PYT. So there's a lot of big autos in it. Current and former players: Derek Jeter, Aaron Judge, Ohtani. Ken Griffey's got autos in it for the Mariners. So a lot of nice hits in it for sure, and the cards look awesome. It's Bob Ross. Can't go wrong with Bob Ross. Happy little trees. All right, here we go. Nick Gonzalez, Adames and Bohm, Mason Miller on the refractor, Hernandez on the sepia, Bryce Harper and Sweeney. We got Kiner Falefa on the Ray Wave, Paul Skeens and Manea, Jacob deGrom on the All Etch, Lindor on the Ray Wave, Will Warren, Billy Cook on the sepia, Byron Buxton and Zach Wheeler, Garrett Mitchell on the Prism, Sale, Vaughn and Hellman, Amador on the refractor, Leon, Nico Horner on the sepia, India, Freed, Pedro Leon on the Ray Wave, Casas, Pascatino on the sepia, Campero, Francisco Lindor, Trey Turner on the Ray Wave, and Sanoha. And M. Hevesy, how we doing, buddy? Appreciate you checking in and seeing how things are going. So, yeah, it was crazy, Nick. Honestly, I thought I had missed out. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get any, and I was so disappointed. And it just so happened that it said that it was sold out, and then when I went in to check out, it put it back into my cart, and I was able to check out. I got the email confirmation and everything. I'm like, yes. Like, I was so excited. So, but I know other people, other breakers tried to get some and didn't, and so I'm very grateful that I was able to. So I'm not going to sell the box. I'm going to break it. I'm going to keep the prices as low as I can to keep it better for you guys. But I will be posting that on Friday. So I have the pricing and everything already finalized. It's just a matter, I was trying to see if I would get an idea of when the actual release date's going to be. It looks like it could be anywhere from August 12th through August 21st from what I've seen date-wise. So I will keep everybody updated and go from there. So, all right, here we go. Arenado, Scherzer, and Gentry. Andujar on the refractor. Arraez on the sepia. Contreras and Cease. Hellman on the Ray Wave. Bryant and Mookie Betts. Aaron Judge on the 1990. Cody Bellinger on the Ray Wave. Cavadas. Dustin Harris on the sepia. Naylor and Gillespie. Garcia on the Prism. Cowser, Anderson, Tatis. Mena on the refractor, Collins, Garcia on the sepia, Harris and Kersey, Blanco on the Ray Wave, Musgrove, Shaw, Matt Shaw on the sepia, that's a nice one, Waka, Aaron Judge on the Fortune 15, Andrew Vaughn on the Ray Wave, and Kobe Mayo. So boom, Aaron Judge with a couple hits that time. I don't know. Sleeve up Judge, just because I've been sleeving up all Judges and Ohtani's. So 661, how we doing? Just working our way through a case of Chrome Blasters. So this will probably be the last Chrome that I do. We got Bowman Chrome that'll come out in September. You got Cosmic Chrome that is coming soon as well. We got Pro Debut coming. We got, yeah, a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline, for sure. Now, empty box. Now, this will be box 17 of 40. 17 of 40. I'd like to see a couple more numbered hits here. We've only got 3 numbered hits so far in the first half case. It's crazy. We have hit 4 autos, which is a little. I mean, I've seen full cases only hit 4 autos from these Chrome cases. So Chrome Black. So in that sense, I feel good with the autos, but I'd like some more. Oh, there's a numbered hit. Duran. That's going to be a 75 or 50, maybe? 75. 50. One of the two. Alcantara. We got Sepia of Hunter Green. JJ Bleday and Perez. Jung on the Ray Wave. Sorry. Just that. Terang and Alvarez. Kobe Mayo on the Fortune 15. Rio Muto on the Ray Wave. Thorpe. Martinez on the Sepia. Marte and Lopez. Tovar on the Prism. Newtbar, Alvarez, Jacob Wilson. Luis de los Santos, we hit a 101 of him in the in our one of our Topps Chrome. Printing plate. Noel, we got Garrett Cole on the Sepia. Henderson, Strider, Norby. Ben Rice on the Ray Wave. Swanson on the Sepia. Hunter Green, all etch of Jackson Merrill. JP Crawford on the Ray Wave, and Santander. So there we go. We got a numbered hit under here. Now the question is, how big of a numbered hit? It is a horizontal card, if I'm not mistaken. Atlanta Braves. Michael Harris out of 50. 50 out of 50. 50 out of 50. Gold Ray Wave. 50 out of 50 for Michael Harris and the Braves. The Bravos. And who had the Braves? Scary Gary coming in right to see us hit a Braves out of 50. In our Latino. There you go, my friend. In our Latino, 50 out of 50. So, Brady Feigl, who I don't know who that is. So, Michael Harris, out of 50, boom. It's really nice looking, I'm not going to lie. It's a nice looking card. So, the gold chromes look nice. We hit a out of 50 Jackson Churio in the jumbo case or jumbo break that we did, and it was sharp looking. One of my favorite ones we hit all night. You do have the Braves, my friend. Yeah, the Braves and the you take the Braves and the Twins, because Allen had taken the D-backs, but then he changed off of the D-backs, so he grabbed the D-backs as well. So this is box 18 right here. McKenzie, Altuve. Oh, there's a purple Garrett Cole. Suarez, who no longer is with the D-backs, but it's still a D-backs card, Nick. So rough to see him go, but there you go. Purple Ray Wave out of 250. Jesse Winker, Gavin Lux, Dana, Iriarte on the Ray Wave, Morel and Wong, Bryce Terang on the Future Stars, Casas, on the Raywave, Blake Dunn, Del Castillo on the Sepia, O'Neill and Yips, Freeman on the Prism, Bellinger, Severino, Dylan Cruz, Segise on the Refractor, James Wood, Garrett Mitchell on the Sepia, Lawrence Butler, Ronald Acuna, Francisco Alvarez on the Raywave, Cole Reagans, Teodojo on the Sepia, McRae, Jacob Wilson on the 1990, Alec Boehm on the Raywave, and Hurston Waldrep, who just played in the Speedway game. So came up and got the win, actually, I think. Jacob Wilson. There you go. Anybody got any D-backs cards you want to get rid of? Shoot in our Latino a message. So everybody should be following everybody anyways and supporting each other. So Scary Gary, hopefully you're having a good night tonight, my friend. So alright, box 19. Keep chugging our way through all these. Empty box. Hoping we get some nice major hit. I'd love to get a case hit here where we start seeing some big guns come through. Seen some really nice hits and blaster boxes and some ultraviolets and such, but have not seen any so far. Our inserts have been a little underwhelming. Alright, here we go. Blake Snell, Ronald Acuna on the Power Player, Machado on the Raywave, Vargas, Kirby, Matthews, Donovan on the Refractor, Rocker and Waka on the Sepia, Darvish, Story, Lasso on the Raywave, Nemo, Canaflefa and Baroa, Freddie Freeman on the All Etch, Young Ho Lee on the Raywave, Jackson Jobe on the Sepia, Turner, Aaron Judge, there we go, Swanson on the Prism, Ty Madden, Alvarez, McGreevy, DeZenzo on the Refractor, Hayes, Spencer Strider on the Sepia, Correa, Bibi, Abrams on the Raywave, York, and then Jace Young on the Sepia. Tom Sportcards, how we doing, buddy? Aaron Judge on the buyback. So that's our second Judge base that we've gotten. We've got 3 Otanis and 2 Judges now. Empty box. Alright, this is box 20, so halfway through after this. Halfway through after this. Trying to keep the pace going a little bit just to make sure we're keeping it on task on time. Alright, here we go. Vientos, Devin Williams and Josh Lau. Nico Horner on the Refractor. Pete Alonso on the Sepia. Castellanos, Enriquez. Blake Snell on the Raywave. Luciano and Rushman. Jose Ramirez on the Power Player. Wheeler on the Raywave. Campbell, Narvaez on the Sepia. Paul Goldschmidt and Kochanowicz. Royce Lewis on the Prism. Volpe, Driscoll, Merrill. Del Castillo on the Refractor. Burrows, Jazz Chisholm on the Sepia. Gorman, Riley Green. Dunn on the Raywave. Yastrzemski, Royce Lewis on the Sepia. We got Fitzgerald, Austin Wells on the Future Stars. Bobby Witt on the Raywave. That's a nice one. And Whitcomb. Bobby Witt on the Ray Wave. Alright, so that is the first 20. Slide these up here. Alright, there we go. There is the remaining ones. Alright. Good luck, everybody. The future stars are nice. I'll tell you what, I actually like Empty Box. I actually like the all etch more than I do the Rookie Rush all etch. So, and the all etch out of 99 that are green. I mean, my favorite color is green, anyways, but those are sharp looking. We had a Tatis for Swindle Kid in one of our previous breaks, and they're nice looking. Alright, here we go. Hernandez, Tovar, Luciano on the Refractor, Swellenbach, Jung on the Sepia, Pascatino, Norby, Bader on the Ray Wave, Hader and King, Tatis on the Power Player, Beebe on the Ray Wave, Belozo, Louder on the Sepia, Mitchell, Bliss, Blake Snell on the Prism, Rodriguez, Freeman, Basso, Ramirez. Put that down here. I'll sleeve it up eventually, just with the chance that it possibly could be. Christian Campbell on the Refractor, Ozuna on the Sepia, Alonso Machado, Cade Povich on the Ray Wave, Fitz, J.P. Crawford. We got Mookie Betts on the All Etch, Yelich on the Ray Wave, and Burns. Come on, Tops. Don't let me down here. Hook us up. Hook us up. Empty box. Whoa! There's an Imanaga on the Prism. Alright, here we go. Alright, Paul Goldschmidt and Josh Lau. Musgrove on the Prism. Volpe, Aaron Nola on the Sepia, Gorman, Enriquez, John Kenzie Noel on the Ray Wave, Burrows and Rushman, James Wood on the Fortune 15, Kyle Tucker on the Ray Wave, Yastrzemski Correa on the Sepia, Fitzgerald and Kachanowicz, Imanaga on the Prism, Whitcomb, Scherzer, Merrill, and Kobe Mayo on the Refractor, Chris Bryant, Adley Rushman on the Sepia, Nolan Arenado, Reese Hines. Oh, Tigers. Brian Sammons out of 150. Tigers auto for the Tigers. So there you go. There you go, Greg. Cavadas, Kloffenstein on the Sepia, Driscoll, Jose Ramirez on the All Etch, Santander on the Ray Wave, and Kowser. So boom, another auto. This one numbered out of 150 for the Tigers. Boom. Alright, Brady Feigl. I don't know who you are, so we're going to put you down here. I'm going to have to look that up and see who he is. Because I don't know if I have seen him or heard of him pitch at all this year. Empty box. Come on, top. Come on, in this back half, let's get some nice hits here. So far, our best numbered hit is out of 50. Alright, here we go. Brent Doyle, BB, Kershaw on the refractor, Baldwin, Acuna on the sepia, Sheets and Jones, Baroa on the Raywave, Castillo, Imanaga and Suarez, Ohtani on the All Edge, Josh Bell on the Raywave, Locklear on the sepia, Talon and McDermott, Alvarez on the Prism, Robleski and Yamamoto, Montero, Gershon Garabito, auto out of 199 for the Texas Rangers. Alright, Bichette, Abrams on the sepia, Duran and Blaylock, Brian Reynolds on the Raywave, Max Muncy, Grant McCray on the sepia, Joey Bart, Luis Angel Acuna, Aaron Judge on the Raywave, and Aaron Nola. Alright. So we got another auto out of 199 for the Texas Rangers. So that's 2 autos for the Texas Rangers. Diffie 24 coming in hot and getting them. Coming in hot and getting them. I'll move Dustin Harris down here this time. Aaron Judge on the Raywave, so that's a $40 one there if he wins MVP for BXF. So I think our buybacks from an Ohtani Judge standpoint are dead even. 2 base and a Raywave Prism for both of them. A Raywave refractor, not Prism. Empty box. Alright, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6 autos so far. I'll take those odds. From what I've seen in the past, I would have been happy with 5. There's been some cases where they've only hit 2 or 3. So, yeah, on 6 so far, we'll take it. Lubob, Chapman on the refractor, and Acuna, I believe, is that going to be... That's an image variation. Luis Angel Acuna. There you go, Constantine, my man. That is a image variation. Locklear, Jackson Merrill on the refractor, or on the sepia. Torres, Waka, Alvarez on the Raywave. Benintendi and Kwan, Kobe Mayo on the 1990. Horwitz on the Raywave. Acuna, there's your normal one. So you got normal, and then image variation. Boom. DeZenzo on the sepia, Renfroe and Jung. Duran on the Prism, Ozuna, Skubal, and Rooker. Locklear on the Prism, or on the refractor. Baldwin, Ronel Blanco on the sepia. Bassett, Strom, Martinez. Crochet on the Raywave. Driscoll on the sepia. Mazur, Brooks Lee on the Fortune 15. Otto Lopez on the Raywave. And Castillo. So boom, Constantine, my man, you were wanting a nice hit for the Mets. Good old image variation right there. rookie image variation nonetheless. So boom. All our prisms and refractors. Empty box. So, Luis Angel Acuna on the image variation. We've had a couple image variations so far in the Chrome breaks that we've done. We had a Brooks Lee image variation out of 25 in our first break we did. And then in the second break, trying to think of who we had that was image variation. We have Mookie Betts and Contreras, Mountcastle on the refractor, Collins, Blake Snell on the sepia, Naylor, Green, Raywave of Gallon, Musgrove, Gentry, James Wood on the power player, Perez on the Raywave, Mayo, Kachanowicz on the sepia, Anderson and Cease, Taylor on the prism, Mountcastle, Harris, Tatis, and Gillespie, Festa on the refractor, Donovan on the sepia, Albies, Kersey, Hers on the Raywave, Festa, Bobby Witt Jr. on the sepia, Candelario, Evan Carter on the Future Stars, Mike Trout on the Raywave, and Chapman. So boom. Some nice ones. There you go. In our Latino, my man. Get yourself connected with Diffy24. Get yourself a one-on-one hit. Get yourself a one-on-one hit. There you go, Diffy. Diffy, by the way, you got 2 autos in this so far. You got a Gerson Garabito out of 199 auto, and then a empty box, a Dustin Harris base auto. So a couple autos coming your direction for the Rangers. There's another Aaron Judge base. He wins MVP. It's another $20 right there. Buyback DXF. There you go. Bringing people together. That's what it's all about. Alright, here we go. Pete Alonso. Hiroki Sasaki. Gillespie on the refractor. Dunn. Whitcomb on the sepia. Lewis and Verlander. McLean on the Raywave. Bellinger, Garcia, Dylan Cruz on the power players, Stephen Kwan on the Raywave, James Wood, rookie, Mike Trout on the sepia, Burleson, Matthews, Lau on the prism, Reagan's Gilbert, Story, Tatis on the refractor, Waldrop, Sweeney on the sepia, Adames and Baroa, Darren Baker on the Raywave, Simeon, Chris Bryant on the sepia, Aaron Judge, Jackson Merrill, Hai Seong Kim, and River Ryan. There we go. Love to see it, guys. Love to see it. So, if you guys aren't already following each other, make sure you guys are. In our Latino, honestly, one of the good guys in here that always looks out. He always shoots me messages whenever he comes across something that he knows I would be interested in. So always on the lookout for others. So I try to do the same thing when I'm at shows and such. If I see something that I know is, a team that someone is, a fan of, I always try to shoot them a message. And I hooked up actually Mike H, who's in this break. Hooked him up with a Project 70 Tatis Jr. A couple weeks ago. So let's try to keep an eye out. So all about expanding the hobby and the joy within the community. Alright, here we go. We got Garcia and Schneemann, Anthony Volpe on the refractor, Bloss, Senga on the sepia, Burleson, Realmuto, Greg Jones on the Raywave, Lee, Gilbert, Aaron Judge on the power players, Brandon Lau on the Raywave, Malloy, Brooks Baldwin on the sepia, Adamas and Dingler, Bobby Witt on the Prism, Seager, Gonzalez, Steer, Mike Burrows on the refractor, Rice, George Kirby on the sepia, Bryce Harper, Lindor, Conine, Seth Lugo on the Raywave, Sagano on the sepia, Iriarte, Jackson Churio on the Future Stars, Suarez on the Raywave, and then Paul Skeens. You know, of all the Chrome that I've done so far this year, I've only hit like 3 or 4 base Paul Skeens. That's been it. It's been crazy. I would have thought that I would have had a lot more, but hasn't been the case. So empty box. Oh, another baseball schemes there. Make a comment and all of a sudden I hit 3 or 4 of them. Come on. Marte. We got an all rookie rush here. Or rookie rush all etch. Alright, JJ Bleday, Logan Driscoll, and Kevin Alcantara. All etch rookie rush. Jake Bloss. We got Logan Driscoll was a refractor. Talkman, Marte Carroll, Candelaria on the Raywave, Lee Strider Martinez, Jackson Holliday on the Future Stars, Garcia Jr., Raywave, Lindor on the sepia, Henderson Jeffers, Bassett on the Prism, Malloy, Mullins, Lee, and Riley Green on the refractor, Corey Seager, Mike Burrows on the sepia, Hunter Green and Jimenez, Jazz Chisholm on the Raywave, Ben Rice, Kyle Tucker on the sepia, Dansby Swanson, Mookie Betts, Lou Bob on the Raywave, and then Paul Skeens base. Set those off to the side. All rookie rush. We're gonna sleeve up. Alcantara for the Cubbies. So. Cubbies with a couple nice hits with the Shaw sepia. Empty box. Come on. Come on, let's have one of those absolute bangers where we get like a ultraviolet hit. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, how we doing, buddy? We're in the back half of a case of Chrome Blasters. Alright, here we go. Bleday resigns. Ty France on the refractor, Kloffenstein, Benintendi on the sepia, Marte, Perez, Holmes on the Raywave, Donovan, Henderson, Strider, Tyler Soderstrom on the Future Stars, Schwarber on the Raywave, DeGrom on the Prism, or on the Sepia, sorry. Hunter Green, Alvarez. Prism of Correa. Noel, Swanson, Lopez. Lockridge on the Refractor. Santander, Mason Wynn on the Sepia. Bregman and Jacob Wilson. Michael McGreevy on the Raywave. Hers, Luis Angel Acuna on the Sepia. Alvarez, Shohei on the 1990. Nito on the Raywave, and Spencer Horwitz. Create a second stack here. There we go. Alright. Keep chugging along through here. Keep going. Empty box. Changed it up. We went to the bottom to top this time, instead of from the top to the bottom. It changes things up for us. Eric for Gray, how we doing? Just working our way through some Topps Chrome Blasters, full queso. Alright, here we go. McMahon, Joe Henderson on the 1990, Contreras on the Raywave, Ty France, Yoshida, Jeffers, Ty Manning on the Raywave, Montero, Shane Bieber on the Sepia, Crochet, Trout, Orelvis, Martinez, Blake Dunn on the Refractor, Musgrove on the Sepia, Gallen and Carroll, Kirby on the Prism, Kershaw and Shunk, Shota Imanaga on the Future Stars, Ian Happ on the Raywave, River Ryan, Campero on the Sepia, Tucker, Jimenez, Romo on the Raywave, Simeon, Talkman, Rodriguez, Morel on the Refractor, Waldrop, and Isaac Collins on the Sepia. Not much in that box. Like I said, I will be posting the Bob Ross collector's box that I have coming. Empty box. I will be posting that on Friday to get filled. More than likely, it will fill quickly. I'll set a countdown on my story during the day, and then I'll post at night. So, post at night. Not much, Carlo. You've hit some base Otanis, a bunch of insert Otanis, and a Raywave Otani. So nothing major other than that. I mean, some rookie Sasaki, base rookies, but nothing major. So here we go. Suzuki, Adolis Garcia on the 1990, Bieber on the Raywave, Fiducia, Sogard, Belozo. Oh, there's a Fanatical. James Wood on the Fanatical. That is a case hit right there. Case hit for James Wood on the Fanatical. Christian Walker, Imanaga on the Sepia, Olsen, Diaz, Baldwin on the Refractor, De Los Santos, Sanliers on the Sepia, Pena, Cortez, Marte on the Prism, Langeliers, Lugo, Wyatt Langford, Alvarez on the Raywave, Aguirre, Gentry on the Sepia, Yelich, Shaw, McMahon on the Raywave, Devers, Bader, Schwarber, Ozuna on the Refractor, DeZenzo, and Gavin Sheets on the Sepia. So Fanatical, some of these I've seen fairly cheap on the pricing wise for being a case hit, but they're nice looking cards. And congrats, Andrew, Irish Korean, big Nationals fan, so getting yourself a James Wood Fanatical. James Wood Fanatical. So I'm going to shift these around. Put the Fanatical there in the middle. Boom. We got 9 more boxes. 9 more boxes to go through. So, 9 more to go through. We just hit the Fanatical case hit. So, hopefully we'll get our hands on another big hit. With the James Wood Fanatical. We got an out of 50 Michael Harris. We got an all etch rookie rush for Alcantara. We got an image variation of Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. And then we've gotten 6 autos so far. 6 autos in the first 30 boxes. So hopefully we can get another auto at least, maybe 2 before the end of the night. Make it 8 total on the case. That'd be nice. So 8 more boxes after this one. And here we go. McClanahan, Louder, Wynn, Colton Cowser on the refractor, Josh Lau on the sepia, Logan Webb, Senga, Ray Wave of Blaylock, Kershaw, McNeil. We got Ellie De La Cruz on the Future Stars, Nootbaar on the Ray Wave, Montero, Max Muncy on the sepia, Churio, Sagano, Gavin Sheets on the Prism, Ty France, Devin Williams, Edwards, Isaac Collins on the refractor, Lockridge, sepia of Francisco Alvarez, Vientos, Wagner, Talkman on the Ray Wave, Luciano, Enriquez on the sepia, Castellanos, Lindor on the 1990, Joey Bart on the Ray Wave, and Christian Campbell. I'd be okay with a Bryce Harper auto. Wouldn't turn down that at all. Empty box. There's an all etch there. Freeman. Do my best, guys. Alex Bregman, Garcia, Gentry on the refractor, Warren, Iriarte on the sepia, Tovar, Chaparro on the Ray Wave, Sale, Hernandez, Kobe May on the Fortune 15, Dustin Harris on the Ray Wave, Pedro Leon, Yastrzemski on the sepia, Pescatino, Soto, Prism of Contreras, Casas, Mitchell, Carpenter, and Baker, Dylan Cease on the refractor, Zach Gallen on the sepia, Freeman, Romo, Gleyber Torres on the Ray Wave, Sonoha, Alex Bohm on the sepia, Ian Happ, all etch of Jackson Merrill, Juan Soto on the Ray Wave, and Christopher Morel. Alright, 7 more boxes. Empty box. Duran. And Imanaga. There we go, Imanaga. Ryan Bliss. Oh, we got orange. Yes, please. That's going to be out of 25. Belozo. Greg Jones on the sepia. Talion. Tanner Beebe. We got Billy Cook on the Ray Wave. Rodriguez and Duran. Dylan Cruz on the 1990. Max Muncy on the Ray Wave. Fitz. Seager on the sepia. Blade. McDermott. Paul Goldschmidt on the Prism. Burns. Marte. Yamamoto. Jose Ramirez on the refractor. Jake Bloss. You got Michael Harris on Sepia, Strider, Bart, Blaylock, Severino on the Raywave. You got Suarez on the Sepia, Reese Hines, Corey Seager on the Fortune 15, Winker on the Raywave, and Lee. So we got 25 underneath there. Let's see what we got. I wanted to say I saw Tigers before I covered it up, but not completely sure. Was I correct? Nope, Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers out of 25. And it is going to be a pitcher. Boom. Jacob deGrom out of 25. 22 out of 25. Diffie with another nice hit. Rangers are doing well tonight. Jacob deGrom out of 25. Boom. Brooks Lee. Texas Rangers. 2 autos and a Jacob deGrom out of 25. Empty box. Alright, we got 6 boxes left. 6 boxes left. So that moves into the lead as our top lowest numbered hit. And we got a case hit, of course, of the Fanatical. And we got the Luis Angel Acuna image variation, as well as the all-etch rookie Rush Alcantara. That would be Diffie 24, my man, Alan. Diffie 24 has it. Ooh, we got a green out of 99. O'Neill, Wong. That's going to be Red Sox. Kiner Falefa on the Sepia. Severino. Freed. Clase on the Raywave. Bellinger. Dana. Corey Seager on the All-H. Yamamoto on the Raywave. James Wood. Will Wagner on the Sepia. Butler and Yepes. Doyle on the Prism. Reagans. Acuna. Dylan Cruz. Cavadas on the Refractor. Waldrop. Bo Bichette on the Sepia. Gore and McRae. Thorpe on the Raywave. Simeon. Trey Turner on the Sepia. Langford. Shohei on the Power Player. Stevenson. And River Ryan. The Sepia, or the deGrom is Orange Raywave, but that is Diffie 24. Alright, here we go. It's going to be the Red Sox, and it's going to be a pitcher out of 99. Boom, Garrett Crochet, 99 out of 99. So, 2 low-numbered hits, both bookends. 50 out of 50 for the Michael Harris, and 99 out of 99 for Garrett Crochet. Boom. I like it. And Chris Bryant on the Refractor. So nice. Got a couple nice hits here. So put that up there. Put Crochet there in the middle. Empty box. It's right here, Diffie. Jacob deGrom, Orange Raywave out of 25. Number 22 out of 25. Orange Raywave. Alright, here we go. Contreras, Lane Thomas, Benintendi on the Refractor. Wroblewski, Sepia of Devers, Lau and Cook, Swellenbach on the Raywave, Bichette, Winker, all etch of Adley Rushman, Yoshida on the Raywave, Muncy, Doyle on the Sepia, Vladdy Jr., Teodosia, Blade on the Prism, Nola, Siri, and Fairbanks, Luis Angel Acuna on the Refractor, Kloffenstein, Sepia of Riley Green, Reynolds, Rosarena, Narvaez, Jacob Wilson on the Raywave, yes please, Algadari on the Sepia, Arraez, Alvarez, Hader on the Raywave, and Brendan Donovan. So Jacob Wilson on the Raywave. And inserts. Empty box. 4 boxes left. 4 boxes left. There's an all etch one. There's a Shohei. Another Shohei at least. Alright, here we go. Brooks Lee, Cody Bellinger on the Refractor. Hey, Shane Bieber out of 199 for the Guardians. Another numbered hit. Lockridge. We got Freed on the Sepia, Bieber and Mullins. Roki Sasaki on the Raywave. Luciano Hoskins. Mookie Betts on the Fortune 15. Key Brian Hayes on the Raywave. Christian Campbell. Kubi Mayo on the Sepia. Otani. Jimenez. Yu Darvish on the Prism. Volpe, Peralta, Garcia. James Wood on the Refractor. Mike Burrows. Rhys Hoskins on the Sepia. Alcantara, Soto, and Chaparro. Lau on the Raywave. Dana on the Sepia. Darren Baker, Vladdy Jr. on the All Etch. Verlander on the Raywave. And Yastrzemski. Shane Bieber, another numbered hit for the Guardians. James Wood Refractor. And another Shohei base. Alright, here we go. 3 boxes left. 3 boxes left. Empty box. Come on, let's get at least one more auto in this last 3 boxes. One more auto at least. From India. Byron Buxton and Manea. Bohm, Yastrzemski on the Refractor. Warren, Castillo on the Sepia. Buxton, Sweeney, Alcantara on the Raywave. Sale, India, and Harper on the 1990. Pena on the Raywave. Leon, Darvish on the Sepia. Altuve, Wheeler. Blanco on the Prism. Casas, McKenzie, Hellman, and Whitcomb. Whitcomb's a Refractor. Sanoha, Sepia of Edwards. Gavin Lux and Vaughn. Chase McDermott on the Raywave. Christopher Morel. Justin Robleski on the Sepia. Gustavo Campero. Francisco Lindor on the Fortune 15. Terang on the Raywave. And Blake Dunn. Blake Dunn. Alright, 2 boxes left. Empty box. There's another Judge. Alright, here we go. Alvarez, Turner, Semien on the Refractor, Mountcastle, Peralta on the Sepia, Correa, Verlander, Siri on the Raywave, Festa, Matthews, Dylan Cruz on the 1990, Trevor Story on the Raywave, Chapman, Dylan Cruz on the Sepia, Blake Snell, Story, Trey Turner on the Prism, Locklear, Aaron Judge, Baroa, River Ryan on the Refractor, Benintendi, Sepia of Chapman, Bobby Witt, McGreevy, Misner on the Raywave, Acuna, Alcantara on the Sepia, Blanco, Corey Seager on the Fortune 15, Rosarena, and Ozuna. Alright, Aaron Judge. So buyback wise, done a decent night for both Judge and Ohtani. So probably $100 back in both, if both win. At least. Actually, I think it's probably $120. I think there's one Raywave of each and 4 base. Empty box. Alright, last box. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Come on, bring some magic here. Last box mojo. Last box mojo. Alright, here we go. Abrams, Carpenter, Cole Reagans on the Refractor, Whitcomb, Mountcastle on the Sepia, DeGrom and Romo, Nick York on the Raywave, Bryant Young, we got Pete Alonso on the Power Players, Vlad Jr. on the Raywave, we got Cavadas, we got Shohei on the Sepia, okay, we got Crawford and Ian Happ, Tanner Falefa on the Prism, Cowser, Kirby, Waldrop on the Refractor, Langoliers, logo for the A's. There we go. That's a nice one right there. Isaac Collins. We got Sepia of Yepes, Darvish, Roki Sasaki, Zebby Matthews on the Raywave, Joe Musgrove, Festa on the Sepia, Kiner Falefa, Dominguez on the Future Stars, Vargas on the Raywave, and Mayo. So boom. Yes, please, for the Langoliers. For the A's. With the logo. Boom. Another variation there along with our image variation. Over there, Shohei on the Sepia. Alright, we got a lot of inserts here. Go through the autos here. And the numbered hits. Okay, all our Judge. And Ohtani's. Alright, here we go. We got our Ray Wave of Jacob Wilson. We got Sepia of Ohtani, base of Judge, base of Ohtani, base of Judge, Ray Wave of Judge, base of Judge, Ray Wave of Ohtani, base of Ohtani, base of Ohtani, and base of Judge. So a decent amount there for buybacks, as long as they win, of course. Then we got our autos. We got Brooks Lee, base auto, Dustin Harris, base auto, and Brady Feigl, base auto. Then we got a Gerson Garabito out of 199. We got Orlando Ribalta out of 250. And then we got Brian Salmons out of 150 for the Tigers. So 6 autos in total. Numbered hits. We got Suarez out of 250, Purple Ray Wave. Aqua Ray Wave out of 199 for Cedric Mullins and Shane Bieber. Then we got Blue Refractor out of 150 for Aaron Nola. Garrett Crochet with the green lava refractor out of 99 for Garrett Crochet. And then we got the gold Ray Wave, Michael Harris out of 50, bookend, number 50 out of 50. And then our top numbered hit, Jacob deGrom out of 25 for the Rangers on the orange Ray Wave. All right, and then our SPs and SSPs, Matt Shaw on the sepia, Alex Bregman on the negative, all-edge rookie rush for Alcantara. We got Luis Angel Acuna on the image variation, Shea Langoliers on the logo background, and then our case hit of James Wood of Fanatical. So I appreciate all you guys being a part. I'll get some pictures posted here quickly and get it up and go from there. Like I said, I will be posting the Bob Ross collector's box break on Friday. I'll post a story with a countdown, and then Friday night is when I'll post it for it to be live to claim. So holler if you guys need anything, and yeah, we'll keep chugging along. I appreciate all you guys. Like I said, make sure to follow everybody that's in the break and show some love. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.